You're listening to the Manifesting Miracles podcast. By tuning in today, you're dialing into your frequency of abundance. I'm Michelle J. Lamont, your manifestation master and guide. Ever since 2016, I've been obsessively dedicating my life to uncovering, dissecting, and analyzing every aspect of the practices and modalities in which we call manifestation. You see, you are truly more powerful than you can even imagine and fully capable of manifesting miracles on the daily. I'm going to teach you how to attract a life beyond your wildest dreams using your own divine power. So let's get started manifesting your miracles right now. Welcome back to Manifesting Miracles with your host, myself, Michelle J. Lamont. And today we will embark on a transformative motherfucking journey, exploring the profound ways that angel numbers and synchronicities guide us when fear holds us back from moving in faith. You see, these divine messages are cosmic nudges, urging you and I to embrace the changes and step into our greatness. And in case you don't know, you are freaking great. You are phenomenal. You have so much value. You are so needed here, not just as the people who need you around you, but when you step through these portals and when you decide that you are going to leave your fears and your low vibrational reality, the universe steps in. The universe, it takes charge. It pulls the reins. It says, hold on, here are these synchronicities. Here are these angel numbers. And I want to go over that today for all of you who are scared to death to quit that job, who are scared to death to step into that light, who don't know if what you're doing you could do for the rest of your life. You don't feel a passion about it. You're not really sure. You don't know if you should leave that relationship. You don't know if you should move out of that state or out of that country. You don't know, but you actually do. And I want to cover these divine messages, these cosmic nudges, and urge you to step into your greatest era. And if you have ever felt paralyzed by fear or unsure of your path, this episode is a guiding light to help you find the courage to manifest your wildest dreams. You know, love that Taylor Swift song. I'm not a Swiftie, but I'm like a Swift. Like, I'm not full Swiftie, I'm more like Swift. I mean, that woman is, she's the leader of the world, right? Literally changing the economy. And she was somebody who always leaned into her next best step. She told her dad, I want to be a singer. There she goes. Then her dad stopped everything. And of course he was pretty well off, but hired the best songwriters to teach her, et cetera, et cetera. This is not going to be a Swiftie show, but let's just get back on track. Let's get back on track. So if this is your first time tuning in to the powerful, the mystical, the magical, the manifested journey here on Manifesting Miracles, the podcast that is designed and built as a tutorial for you to lean into and be brave and take those steps, well, baby, you haven't missed a thing. I am so prepared, and so are your angels, and so are your guides, to make sure that from this moment on, you listen to another episode, and another episode, and another episode. And then eventually, maybe you buy one of my meditation mugs, and then you sign up for one of my courses. Maybe it's a digital course, maybe it's a live course. And then maybe you take the biggest leap and you do coaching with me. But until those days and those moments and those frequencies are aligning with you, I'm going to be right here in the ether, putting the light on and showing you the way out. And whether it's with me or somebody else matters not. The universe is fully prepared to make you feel like you're the only person it's got its eyes on. It's got its vibration on. It's got its synchronicities on. Because life is a dance of decisions, my love. And at times, fear can grip our hearts and prevent us from taking those bold steps forward. But the people who take the biggest and the boldest steps, they make the biggest leaps of faith, On the other side, they're like, oh my God, had I only known. And if you've been listening every single day, over and over again, if you've listened to all 221 episodes, and this is episode 222, okay? That's why it's on angel numbers and for synchronicities. Listen, your girl's not dumb, all right? She's educated, she's validated, and she's vindicated. And in fact, let me just look up really quick in my little angel book. What does 222 mean? Because when I realized it was episode 222, I said I have to do a whole... I'm literally just looking it up right now. Guess what 222 means? Trust fall. Isn't that incredible? Wow. Your angels ask you to trust your place in life right now. Oh my God. It's a synchronicity that you're listening to this right now. And my higher self guided me to open up my book called Angel Numbers. And it says, and here's the message. Are you ready for it? This message is for you. This is the universe tapping into you, from me to you, from me to you, from me to you. Are you going to have that trust fall? Are you going to allow the universe to be trustworthy, to make you feel trusted and supported? Here's what it means. Your angels are asking you to trust your place in life right now. You are in the right place at the right time. Take a look around and enjoy the moment. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Boom, boom, chicky, chicky, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And when I found out that this was episode 222, and if you listened to all 221 episodes, well, baby, I am so proud of you. I hope you've at least taken a course of mine or worked with me in some way to take you from listening to manifesting. But until then, you have a plethora, a library, a host of ways to manifest your miracles. And I do these in no specific order. So there's no one listening to another after another. You just have to tune in, tap in, and turn on the frequency of your vibration. I just can't believe this is 222. So if you've ever felt paralyzed, if you've ever been unsure of your path, I want to get onto it, because when we dance with these decisions, at times that fear can grip our hearts and really, really prevent us from making those steps forward. And we saw that we're supposed to be leaning in. But when we do have that uncertainty, right? The universe sends us sacred messages, angel numbers. That's what they're called. That's what the term is. These repetitive sequence of numbers, like 111, 222, 333, 666, 444, 777, they're like a beacon of hope. That's the way it felt for me. Reminding each and every one of us that not only are we not alone, but your path and your purpose is being divinely guided. And when angel numbers grace our reality, it's a clear sign. It's a clear sign that our angels and our spirit guides are a vibrational match to what you're thinking about. They're whispering words of encouragement and love through wave atomic matter. The frequency shows up in our reality in a way that we can look at it, research it, understand it. They're not sending you 222. They're sending you, have faith, lean in, take the chance. And so because our brain wants to have an explanation for everything, we need to know how the sauce is made, when the sauce is made, every ingredient in it, in order to trust it. Because 222, what does it mean? Lean in, take faith. You're not leaning in and taking faith if you're not taking those big risks. And I get it, because you've been scared and you've been hurt. So these angel numbers, these synchronicities, are wave matter in quantum physics. That's what it's called. And in their dimensional vibrational universe, this is how it's interpreted in your vibrational reality. And it's reminding you that you're divinely guided. It's 100% a clear sign that our angels and our spirit guides are right here. And these numerical signs carry unique messages, right? And they're each tailored for my journey, for your journey, for his journey, for their journey. So let's say you've been seeing 111 repeatedly. It signifies what? that your thoughts are manifesting rapidly. Like, hey, if you're really thinking, I want to leave that job, but you don't know how, the universe is going to get you fired. If you're thinking, I really want to leave this relationship, but you don't know how, the universe is going to let them cheat on you or expose themselves in a way that you're going to be, it might feel like pain, it might feel like hurt, but it's the only way to kick your fucking unsupported, unbelieving, untrusted ass out of that vibrational reality. It's the universe inviting you to focus on your desires and align your energy with your highest purpose. I don't believe in the reality of conquering the world, but if that's what you want to do, so be it. For me, I want freedom, and that's what I manifest. I don't care about being the biggest personality or having the most money. Those are just not a vibrational match to me, but I'm doing great. So perhaps you've come across the number, let's say 444. It's a powerful indicator that your angels are surrounding you with love and protection. It's like having Archangel Michael right there, just yielding his sword, like, nope, 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 you in a protected state. You are in a protected state. And when we see this number, we know that the universe is reminding us to trust that inner wisdom and to take those necessary steps towards your dreams. If you didn't come here to pursue your dreams, what do you think you came here for? Safety? Security? A pension? That company could go out of business and that pension could be bankrupt and you would still live your whole life for nothing. Not for nothing, but for what? How are you truly manifesting the dreams of your reality? Now, synchronicities, on the other hand, they're like beautiful surprises from the universe, orchestrating serendipitously these encounters and meaningful coincidences that make us stand up and pay attention. Have you ever thought of someone you haven't seen in years and then moments later you receive a message from them or a call or they like your social media post? There is no way in this mathematical universe with all the algorithms that are possible for that synchronicity to happen, for that to be a mere coincidence. It's mathematically impossible. These are synchronicities. Synchronicities. We are spirits in a material world. And in this world, we need those synchronicities to align us, to encourage us, and to nudge us. They're like winks from the cosmos, letting each and every one of us know that we are in the flow, right? You get so excited. You're like, oh my God, I keep seeing, if you go to my episode where how I manifested my $1 million view, you're going to see that the synchronicities in my life were the dolphins. I lived in Dallas and I don't want to spoil it for you, so I'm going to go let you listen to it. But the synchronicities kept showing up and showing up. And was I scared? Go listen. Listen how I cried about wanting to sell that house. Listen how I was so worried because I've been homeless before and it was my only sense of security. And what happened if I didn't like the new house or the Florida or the energy or the people or whatever? But in those big, huge, momentous, taking a step forward, trust falling into the universe, maybe I get bumped and bruised realities, on the other side, that's where the pot of gold is. And those gentle pushes are ways that they remind us that we are on the right track and that the universe is supporting our journey. And so you have to pay attention to these synchronistic events. Because guess what, baby? Those are the portals of infinite possibilities. Infinite. That means that there is no number. The number just keeps adding and adding it. How can I do this? Every single number, another comma, another zero, another comma, another zero, another comma, 0, 0, 0, comma, 0, 0. Infinite possibilities. There's infinite possibilities. There's 156 billion solar systems. We live in the Milky Way. So there are unlimited ways that this can manifest into your reality. These are the portals, the limitless possibilities in which we start to create and become one with the Creator. And for many, many years, fear gripped my heart. It kept me married to somebody who hated me, who abused me, who didn't really ever see me. And when I was successful, he got mad because he wasn't. And so then it was my fault. I stayed in friendships when I did not feel worthy and did not feel seen, but they wanted my media contacts or they wanted my money, etc., etc. Or in relationships where people just straight up were lying and conning me. The whole time I'm thinking, oh yeah, we're going to go do this thing together, and no. The whole time they were planning on doing it with somebody else. And when that fear grips you, it can be so challenging to see the gifts and the opportunities that lie beyond what we call our comfort zone. It keeps us tied to those jobs. It keeps us tied to those relationships. It keeps us tied to those friendships, family members that no longer serve our highest good, but we're so scared. If we jump off the edge, there's no parachute, there's no cushion on the way down. Baby, that is the adventure. That is the time when you have to say, there is no fear. And it's essential to recognize that fear is as natural as the experience itself. Fear is your human experience. And every time you step out of fear and into faith, that trust fall comes back to rescue us over and over and over again. This isn't a judgment. You haven't wasted a single day. Whether you're 7 or 70, the universe is calling on you right now to step forward and say, I'm going to write the next chapters, and I'm going to step out of fear and into faith, and I'm going to allow these angel numbers and these synchronicities to be that guiding light home. I recently watched a documentary on Eleanor Roosevelt. What a fascinating woman. And she had this quote, and I may be saying it wrong, but the gist of it is, you gain strength, courage, and confidence with every experience in which you stop and look fear in the face. You were able to say to yourself, I lived through this horror. I can take the next thing that's coming. And confronting our fears is the key to liberating and living a life that aligns with our true purpose. You see, fear, and we know what fear is, it's the brain's way of being logical, right? If you've listened to all my episodes in July about meditation and about how the brain works and how our energy works, you have to understand that fear is logic. It's the brain's way of stopping us from taking those painful memories and making them into new memories. Because if you're leaning on the experience of fear, you're going to repeat more fearful outcomes. And fear often emerges when we're contemplating stepping into our power. It's like the more scared you are to do something, the more you should do it. It's a paradox, because deep down, we all know that we yearn for greatness, and at the same time we fear it. And our deepest fear isn't that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that truly frightens us the most. And the universe is vibrational. So vibrational, it can control that you're going to see 111 or 1111 or 444, because in their reality, in that energetic reality, because embracing our power means that we are accepting our divine birthright. Do you hear me? Your divine birthright, and acknowledging that we have the ability to create with the Creator the life that we desire. And as we confront our fears, we claim that power, that throne, that crown. And that power ignites and sparks our manifested reality. Now, I want to share a personal story from my journey. When I was really scared to admit what I really wanted to do full time, be a manifestation coach. And if you've gone back and listened to the episode where I talked about how I manifested Oprah, if you go to my website and you see the photo of Oprah and I, you're going to see 6 feet over my head a huge angel orb. I didn't take this photo, it was taken by a newspaper. The universe was allowing me to step out of my biggest fear that night, to say I was going to leave my steady paycheck, my job, my prestige, the respect, national clients wanting to work with me, doctors, lawyers, television shows, athletes, all lining up to work to have Lamont PR represent them. But I knew that I had to step out of fear, and all of my friends were telling me, oh my gosh, if you say that woo-woo shit, people aren't going to hire you. You're not going to be insurable. Little did they know that I had attempted suicide already. I kept all of this hidden from everybody because I was on my own personal journey fighting fear. The synchronicities were everywhere. The signs were everywhere. But I couldn't take that big leap. I couldn't step out of the shadows and into my own spotlight, into my biggest era. And I felt stuck, but I felt excited. And when I manifested the TEDx opportunity and then Oprah, the universe was showing me how powerful and how bright my light really was. And if it's possible for me, it's possible for you. But I want to share what happened on that night. On that night, I met one of my best friends, Shanta Colette. And Q, as we call her, well, I call her Shanti. She was at the check-in table. And as you know, if you've listened to the Oprah episode, I didn't have any makeup. I had just ran and bought that dress. I got the dates wrong. And I asked to borrow her makeup. And she waved her hand and she's like, you see I'm black, right? I was like, yeah. She's like, how is my makeup going to work on you? I said, I'll make it happen. Can I borrow your makeup bag? And she laughed and she was like, I got to see what this chick does. This melanin chick does. And I came out and I used it and I thought I looked great. You know, I don't know how I looked. But then knowing as a publicist, because at that time I was a TV media publicist, when you work a red carpet, you are not allowed to ask for photos. You are not allowed to take photos. And so when I came back out of the bathroom, I asked her, I said, well, what are you doing? You know, are you just a check-in table or what? And she was like, no, I have to go upstairs and walk people down the carpet. And I said, hey, anybody that you want a photo of, turn your shoulder and wink at me and I'll stand somewhere on the carpet, and when I see you, if I see that shoulder move, I'll take a picture. Give me your phone number and I'll send it to you. And in that moment, I created a portal for both of us. For us to be friends together, for us to confront our fears together. We would then march in all of these Black Lives Matter marches during COVID. I would watch her have a heart attack and then a stroke, unable to speak, unable to walk, unable to remember anything, to now she gets 6-figure branding deals. She has 1 million people watching her on TikTok. She's a grandmother. And she is just getting started. And our friendship formed in such a cosmic and synchronized way. We were both stepping. I had no idea that she was scared to step into her power and to allow people to see her. And she had no idea that I was scared to take the word publicist off my Instagram profile. But in that night, those synchronicities, those portals were both revealed to us. And our friendship was guided by both of our angels, all of our angels, all the synchronicities. Now we pray for each other. We cheer each other on. If she's getting on a flight, I'm saying a prayer. If I'm getting on a flight, she's saying a prayer. I love to watch her shine just as much as I want to see each and every one of you shine. I want to coach you into a reality where those angel numbers and those synchronicities become the guiding light to the highest and the biggest version of you. And I have multiple ways that you can work with me. You can do my digital courses. You can do a 1-hour call. You can do 6 weeks of coaching and 90 days of coaching. While I'm here on this earth, invest in this. I would never not do everything within my power to explain all the reasons that you're holding yourself back and you're living in that limited state, that fear. And your new life is going to cost you your old one. And so when I was on that carpet and all the synchronicities happened with those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people wanting to interview her, and she wouldn't give an interview to anybody, and I knew the magic words, and I want you to go listen, so I'm not going to say it. And I spent 8 minutes, you get 30 seconds if best. You could be ABC, the Today Show, and get 2 minutes on that carpet where Oprah and I were just like best friends, and the whole world melted away. When she walked away and Chantal smiled and winked and kept walking, I collapsed. I fell to the ground, and everybody was following her down the carpet trying to get just a wink or a smile or a chance to get a photo of her on the carpet for their job. She and I were just vibing. Never in my wildest dreams did I think stepping into these new portals with the synchronicities and the angel numbers, would these be my realities? And that night, when I was going down the escalator, crying my eyes out, because emotions are energy in motion, I changed my Instagram profile and my LinkedIn. I took a TV media specialist to manifestation master and coach. Because if you can manifest the things that I've manifested, the skin in the game, then you are the master of your energy. And that's what I want to teach you. And it was during that period of uncertainty that I began seeing all of my synchronicities and all of my angel numbers literally stalking me, like 555. 555 would just stalk me everywhere I go, and that number is a sign of significant change and transformation. It literally felt like there was somebody stalking me from the universe saying, bitch, do the big things. Trust us. You're a life path 9. You're a Scorpio. You've had all this pain, all this suffering, all this rejection. You even rejected yourself so much you wanted to die. You allowed somebody to call you wife who hated you. You did everything you could to be a mom, and it was never a vibrational match for you. Because what you were going to birth was this podcast and this new adventure and all of these amazing opportunities with the most beautiful relationships where I feel loved and supported and seen. And when I tuned in to these angelic messages and opened myself up to the synchronicities, my perspective also shifted. I realized that fear was merely a passing emotion. You'll get past fear. You will get past it. You'll be scared to death. You will be scared to motherfucking death. What if I can't pay my bills? I was scared. What if I do this and nobody works with me? What happens? What happens? Fear will pass as quickly as your life. And like my 6 weeks to success, my one-on-one coaching where you sign up and we meet every single week via Zoom, and every day you have access to me for 6 weeks. We go through all the steps. I got a video on my website right now, Michelle J. Lamont, with the agenda, the itinerary, the syllabus of what we will cover broken down. And then I tailor it towards you and your background and your gifts and your talents so you can get unstuck. And fear won't be the operating way that you create anymore. And those cosmic synchronicities will urge you to trust this process and take that leap of faith. Remember that money is a currency. There's a current to it. And in order for you to be a vibrational match, you're going to have to use it for the currency of your highest and best good. And I saw these messages and these synchronicities really, really leading me to these bigger and better realities. And that passing emotion of fear, you're going to feel it again, but you're going to be less inclined to feel fear about it and more excited about it. And inch by inch and step by step, deleting. I remember getting in my car and deleting and changing both my LinkedIn and my Instagram and bawling my eyes out. I was so scared. Fuck. I had to muster up the courage to step into my true calling, which is coaching, teaching, and collaborating. My biggest gift is seeing the next steps for others. When you work with me, your life absolutely changes. You have to let everything happen to you, the beauty and the terror. You have to just keep going. Nothing is ever final. Nothing is ever set in stone. There are infinite possibilities in every situation, infinite number of outcomes. This is a vibrational universe. And guess what? Here is the highlight on all of it. Here's the highlight. Are you paying attention? Slow down. Listen right now. Fear is a part of the journey. Fear is a part of the journey, but it doesn't have to be the destination. You can use fear as you're stepping into that faith, creating those portals and in this vibrational universe. And those angel numbers and the synchronicities, that's just the universe reminding us to keep going and to move forward with faith. So, my beloved, I invite you to trust in the signs and embrace the synchronicities that grace your current now reality. The universe is speaking to you. It's guiding you towards the highest potential. And when you want something, the universe conspires with you to help us achieve it. It becomes our energetic best friend that we are ignoring and saying, oh, well, isn't that interesting? No, motherfucker, that isn't interesting. Your angels worked so hard, your guides worked so hard to get you to this podcast for you to step out of fear and into faith. You have to embrace your power. You have to confront your fears, and you have to watch as miracle after miracle will unfold in your life. You are destined to take this path, and the universe is your faithful ally, guiding you on this journey. And I want to thank you for taking this incredible episode and listening and staying with me the whole time. Because manifesting your miracles with Michelle J. Lamont is the portal in which you will conquer fear. I want you to subscribe to my newsletter. Each and every single week, I put out valuable information that the insiders get. And then you also know before my courses are going to be launched, when my next class is going to be launched, so you can get on the wait list. And if you haven't written me a review or given me a 5-star rating on Spotify, this is my request for you to do that. But I need you to share it with those who need to hear these powerful, empowering podcasts, because they need you to step into your biggest light so you can guide them out. I face fear with exuberation now. When I feel like things are falling apart, I let them. And then when the dust settles, I look around and say, oh, I got it. That was that lesson, and this was this lesson, and it was time to end that friendship, and it was time to end that relationship. And nothing ever ends, because everything continues. It splits and it becomes something different and something else, and they go on their path and you go on your path. And eventually, at the end of the day, we all meet in the same place in a different form. So when you look back at the life that you have lived, won't you feel silly thinking, I gave all my power to fear and none of it to faith? But if this is your first time listening, we close almost every episode with the favorite chant of mine. And I want to invite you to participate. And if you're a faithful listener, thank you. If you're sharing my podcast on your TikToks, on your Instagram, if you're talking about it with your friends, thank you. And for all of you who have bought my meditation mugs, hold on, let me just say this for 1 second. You are making my dreams come true. I invented something. And every time I get an order, I jump up and down and I literally say, I know they're about to manifest their miracles. They're going to start listening to the meditation on my meditation mugs and change their life. They're going to be listening to the podcast while holding my meditation mug, and the miracles are coming. And I send my energy into each and every one of you. So thank you. And if you haven't bought one, please go buy one. It really does mean a lot to me. They're $34, and you buy one mug, and then you get meditations every 3 months, changed and written by me, recorded by me in a frequency that matches the specific mug. But the quote that I say, the things that we say is, everything is always working out for me, 3 times, and then the word everything. All right? And 1, 2, 3. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything. Again, everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything outside of fear is always working out for you. You've always had it. You're always gonna have it. And nobody and nothing can take that away. They can only emphasize the fear because that's what they know best. And I'm on the other side telling you, I got you. Take one of my digital courses. Buy one of my mugs. Sign up for one of my classes. I treat that like gold. I treat your energy as if it was me buying it myself. I take it personally. And I want to see you manifest your dreams. And I believe in you. And yes, I love you. I love you, and you are worthy. So until next time, keep manifesting your miracles and living in your truth. Producers, cue that music. Thanks for listening to this episode of Manifesting Miracles. Now it's time for you to take action. I invite you to hang out with me just a little bit more by signing up for my newsletter. You'll get instant exclusive access to the practices that will chart your own path to abundance. And yes, spark that highest version of you. Head to the show notes right now so you don't miss a thing. Now listen, I fucking believe in you. And it's now time for you to win. Yes!